I've seen a whole bunch of ads recently that retargeting campaigns are a complete waste of money and you should hire XYZ agency because they're going to fix them. In this video, we're going to be talking about how the fact that they're not a waste of money, you can do them right unless you set them up wrong. So how to avoid the biggest mistakes that are made and how you can do it right. Let's get started. So I was actually one of the people who thought retargeting ads were effectively useless for a long time. And the primary issue was that I was setting them up wrong. I didn't know which audiences to target. And so I didn't get great results. The big thing is that the creative here for retargeting ads is going to be a lot less important than it is for cold audiences because you don't have to do much effort focusing on educating the prospect. You're just looking to give them a reason to purchase today. There are two groups that are actually worthwhile when setting up a retargeting audience, which is who will actually see the ads. The first one are people who have seen a lot of your ads recently, i.e. in the next 14 or 30 days, and have interacted with them. So I'm saying 5+ ad views in the last 14 days, or they've liked 3 or more videos. That'll let you know that they have seen a lot of your content, the algorithm thinks that they're a good fit, and that most importantly, they've engaged with video content, which has moved them down the levels of awareness. The reason that you want 5 or more and not just 1 or 2 is because videos are hard to remember, especially on short form media platforms. Think about the last 50 videos you watched. If you could successfully list down the last 50 videos you saw on social media, I would be wildly impressed. And I want to keep in mind, even if you could, most people can't. So we don't want to target people who aren't going to remember your business. The next one is website visitors, specifically website visitors who visited your website but did not purchase. Ideally, they visited your website, added the product to the cart, or something along those lines to show that they did more than just click on your ad. But if nothing else, it shows that they took the next step, showed engagement, and went to your website. And we want to exclude purchasers because they are already existing customers. We don't need to pay to reacquire them. The first big mistake is retargeting audiences not being set up first. If you only do viewership or anyone who's ever clicked your ad in the history of you running ads, then not only are you going to have a really low recollection within that audience, meaning they're not going to know your brand, they're not going to know your offer, and you're not going to be able to get good results, but also that's just a really weak, broad audience. So knowing exactly what kind of stuff they're going to be interested in and respond to and what level of awareness they currently have is way more difficult. So what's step 1 to actually making retargeting content? And the first step is the easiest. You just make product aware ads. Simply saying, hey, you're interested in this product? Here's how you purchase today. That's it. That's all you have to do. You can do this in an image or a video. It doesn't really make a big difference except for that images are cheaper and easier to test. All you have to do, it gives them a reason to purchase, i.e. a bundle, a discount, a subscription, or a brand new offer, or a bonus of some kind. Those type of things are going to give them a reason to purchase today, and those are super easy. But the secret, step 3 to this funnel, is awareness advertising. Now, where's this at? Now, awareness advertising for most, especially e-commerce product brands, is widely considered to be useless for many people. And the reason is you're not monetizing it. If you run awareness ads hoping that eventually your brand will be known by everybody in America, you're going to be fighting an uphill battle that will cost millions and millions of dollars over years and years of advertising. And like Gymshark can afford to do that over 5 or 10 years, which is what they've done. But you very likely can't. And so what you want to do instead is run awareness advertising specifically focusing on problem aware, solution aware, and then finally retarget them with product aware videos. Anybody who's been clicking or interacting with your ads along the way. That makes it so that you're monetizing your awareness campaigns, specifically monetizing the lower levels of awareness and increasing the number of people in your warm audience. Something I get asked a lot is static images or video ads being the better option on Meta ads. And the reality is that really good videos are going to outperform static images. But the bigger problem is that they're more expensive and most importantly, that they are harder to get right. And a bad video is going to way underperform a okay or bad image when you're comparing them directly. So unless you have the means and budget to create really good videos, you should go with images. They're going to be more consistent. Also, lower in the funnel, images are enough. You don't need to do a lot of convincing to get people to purchase. If we're trying to increase the levels of awareness and the memorability and product level understanding of your brand, videos are going to do a better job because you can convey more information with the same amount of ad. However, images are going to be enough to showcase a bundle or a discount or a limited time offer. That is why I tend to go with images at higher levels of awareness. They're just the cheaper option to accomplish the same task. I offer a free trial of content production and meta ad management, meaning that I will create all the ads, manage your entire meta ads account, and you never have to pay me a dime. Once it works and you get great results, we'll switch to a profit split where I take a percentage of the sales that I actually drive your business. That means if you're not profitable and you're not getting results, I don't get paid. Therefore, we have a great incentive to work together, and I actually have a good incentive to give you results instead of just sending you a bill at the end of each month. If that sounds fair enough, then all you have to do is go to the first link in the description and I'll explain more.